Hi, how's it going? It's Caden. I'm out here at Arizona Traditions, the active 55 plus community here in Surprise, Arizona. I'm actually here at the private softball court or field that we have out here in Arizona Traditions. And I want to show you guys all around the community. I'm going to drive around, show you some homes, just kind of tell you everything that you need to know about this community if you were maybe planning a trip out here to look at some of these active 55 plus retirement communities. And before we hop into all that, I have a free 55 plus chart where I just compare all of the communities from HOA fees to amenities. Everything is on there. I also have a living in Arizona guide that just goes over everything that you would need to know before you live out here in Arizona. So if you want either of those, feel free to reach out to me. I can get those over to you. They're completely free. Just need to shoot me a text or an email so I can send it over to you. But without further ado, let's get started. Now, Arizona Traditions is a gated 55 plus active community here in Surprise, Arizona. So you can see on the map there about 35 minutes from the airport if you're going to do that snowbird lifestyle or have friends and family come and visit you. And you're only about 20 to 25 minutes away from the Cardinals Stadium. So if you're a big sports fan, that's kind of a plus for you. Now, here in Arizona Traditions, there are 3 clubs. We're actually getting footage of the first club here, which is the big main hub of the community. Now, this club is over 20,000 square feet and has a 700 person ballroom. I would say a big plus to this community, even though it's so small, is it still has all the clubs that meet here at this rec center. This is where the clubs meet. They offer table games, crafts, sports, fitness classes, all of the social groups that these other bigger communities have, they have here as well. We'll get to go and visit the more sports focused club where they've got the pickleball and the private softball course a little bit later in this video. And just to let you know, this community is all just wrapped around by the Traditions Loop. It's just a road that goes all the way around, and each turnoff is just more homes here and more homes there, and it circles around the golf course. There are all single family homes here in Arizona Traditions. There are no condos or townhouses, and they started building the homes here in 1997, and they finished up in 2013. So newer homes in here for sure, and they built over 1,700 homes, and they're all gated in this community. You saw great footage of the first club that we're visiting here today. They've also got the 18-hole course designed by Dick Bailey, the golf course, and that's open to the public, but residents do get better rates here. They've got the 700-person ballroom here at this first club as well. So you can see a lot going on at this first club. That's kind of why it's the central club rec center of this community. To tell you a little bit more about the homes here in the community, they are a little bit newer than these other age-restricted communities. Like I said, they finished building in 2013. I would say the square footage ranges from about 1,100 square feet to around 2,400 square feet. And the price range, I would say, the minimum home in here is going for around 350, and it goes all the way up until the 600s. And the 350 range, a couple in the last couple months have sold for less than that, around 330, 340. But those were very original homes. A lot of the counters and everything in there were original. The good news is being original in this community is still a little bit newer than being original in some of the older, like the Sun City communities. So that's the good news. But the even better news is that a lot of the homes that actually come on the market are completely remodeled, and there's not much work that you have to do to them. You can see we're going through this second club over here, which has the softball field, like I said, and the pickleball courts. So very, a necessity in these age-restricted communities that they have the pickleball courts nowadays. I play myself. So if you do end up moving into this community, you got to let me know so I can come out and play with you guys. Now, the thing about this community, I would say, is the biggest plus is just the affordability. To be in a nice golf course gated community and be able to buy a home in that 350 to 400 range is nice. You're also out here in the West Valley of Surprise, so a lot of families are moving to the Surprise area. So chances are if you're coming out of state to live near family, your family might live in Surprise or one of the surrounding cities on the West Valley. Another nice thing, even though this community is smaller, it has all the big clubs that these other bigger communities have, and they have all the clubs that meet there at the main one, so you're not being left out of any clubs, and you can also start new ones when you come and join the community. My last few videos have all been on these smaller age-restricted communities, and they all kind of have the same major con, and that is just that it is a smaller community. So you're going to get to know your neighbors a lot better, and that can be a bad thing if you don't want to know your neighbors. It can be a good thing if you really do want to know your neighbors and get to know them and make new friends in these communities. It just depends on what kind of person you are and what kind of lifestyle you're seeking in these age-restricted communities. And I'm never here to sell you on one community in particular. I work in them all. That's kind of the great thing, is I can tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about all of them and not have to give you a sales pitch on each one. That's all I've got for you out here from Arizona Traditions. I'm a realtor out here in the Phoenix Valley of Arizona. So if you're planning to move out here, come in to look at some communities, feel free to shoot me a text or a call. If you're interested in this age-restricted community or maybe one of the other many that we have here in Phoenix, Arizona, I've got a video for just about all of them on my channel. So feel free to check those out. Shoot me a call or a text. I can answer some more questions. And I've got that 55 plus chart and graph with the Living in Arizona guide that I can send over your way. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped you out and kind of just taught you a little bit more about the community, and I look forward to hearing from you.